I've been eating this side dish ever since I was a little girl. We all love it, we crave it, and we have it every Thanksgiving. So in this episode of Cook This, I'm making one of my family's favorite side dishes, candied yams. All right, so you just want to peel and slice your yams. So the yams are the orange ones. The sweet potatoes are the one that are sort of a little yellowish white. So you want the orange one, the yams. So I'm going to slice them into about 3/4 of an inch, half of an inch, into a 6-quart pot. I have about 3 pounds. So this will serve about 8 people. This is 3 ingredients. Amazing, right? Not so bad. A little water. Now you're gonna feel like the pot is dry. Don't worry, I'm gonna teach you the technique how to get it going and make it really sweet because we're making candy. So I have some brown sugar, just a little bit of that water, and then butter. So you want a whole stick of butter and then just sort of cut it in pats so that way it equally melts. I'm gonna bring this to a boil just like it is, and then cover it with a lid. Just vent it, just to get it going and soften the yams. Reduce it to medium-low, so about 8-10 minutes, and then we're gonna rotate them from the bottom up so they all cook evenly, and it'll cook for another 15 minutes. The reason it's so important that you vent it when you cover it is so that way it doesn't boil over. Remember, you're making candy. It can actually cause a fire on the stove, so you wanna be really careful. So now you just wanna make sure enough moisture has released in the yams that we've built some volume here, and now they can cook. So they'll be about 3/4 of the way up. Take off the lid, and we're gonna continue cooking them, rotating them from the bottom up very carefully. We don't want them to break until they're fork tender. Another 15-18 minutes. All right, your key indicator when you know you're almost done, it starts to get a little frothy. So let's check our yams. I have a paring knife, and you just want to insert it. There you go. It's nice and soft, and that's what we want. We want them to be nice and soft. Then I'm going to remove them with a slotted spoon. Cut the heat, just because so it doesn't spit on us. Remove it to our serving bowl. So you could do this ahead, like I said. Just prep, peel, slice your yams, stick them in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag a couple days in advance. And then another prep ahead tip is at this stage, I'm pulling them out with a slotted spoon. Put them in your serving bowl, wrap plastic over top, put them in a warming drawer or your oven, your lowest setting at 170 degrees. Don't worry, it won't melt the plastic. But leave your sauce in the pot because you want to bring that back to a boil before you pour it over your yams. Otherwise, we don't want to thin out the sauce. We want to keep it like a candy. All right, so I just want to pour the candy right over the top. Come on. Savory turkey, sweet candied yams, it doesn't get any better than this. I'm Shereen, thanks for joining me on this episode of Cook This. Go to the newspaper's website, look up this recipe, make it part of your family's tradition, as it's been mine as long as I can remember. Happy Thanksgiving.